but something like 2,000 attendees.
Wow.
I think they had over 200 vendors. We were the only photographer that got invited.
Wow.
So we're sitting there surrounded by delicious food. Oh my God, I ate so much free food that day.
Hey, my name is Brian Nail, and I'm a mortgage loan officer with Primm Bank. I just want to say how much I truly enjoy being a part of the Spread the Positive Network. It's an incredible mission that brings so much positivity to our community. It's been a real pleasure to be involved. Now, when it comes to financing a home, there are a lot of options. And in a market like today's, having the guidance of a trusted local professional can make all the difference. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home, second home, an investment property, or explore refinancing options, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust and help guide you through the process. If I can help you nail your mortgage, give me a call at 615-243-3976 or visit nailyourmortgage.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast. I'm your host, Trent Denson, as always. And I'm excited again for a really awesome guest here in studio with us. My guy, Chase Hartwell. How are you, sir?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm pumped to get into your story, man. You are a fascinating character and you are insanely talented at what you do.
Thank you.
As always, I kind of gave you a little heads up about this. I always like to start with young Chase.
Okay.
Early passions, how childhood was, and we'll kind of get into your story, man.
Oh man. So childhood, I was born and raised in Tennessee.
Okay.
Actually. Mostly grew up in Nashville.
Okay.
I'm one of the few unicorns.
Unicorn, man.
I went to high school here over at Glencliff. Go Colts.
Shout out to Glencliff. Let's go.
Before that, most of like early childhood was spent in a little blink and you'll miss it town called Primm Springs, Tennessee.
Okay.
It is literally sandwiched between Fairview and like Bon Aqua.
Got you. I was curious. Okay. So that 840 stretch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
That weird one before you get to 40?
So like it's like the last exit of 840.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You get off of it.
I've seen that sign now. Okay.
There's a weird, really windy road. And my grandmother, I grew up early years with my grandmother, and then my mom and I moved to Nashville when I was about 8 years old. So I got kind of the best of both worlds. My grandmother lived in a holler. Yeah, we would call
that's grade A holler territory.
Yes. Dead man's holler, if anyone in Primm Springs knows.
Wow, if you know, you know.
They used to they call it that because Civil War stuff happened around there. So it's very haunted, allegedly. I never encountered ghosts.
You didn't?
No, but lots of farmland, Mennonites.
Okay.
Lots of cows, lots of nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, I grew up out there first 8 years of my life. It's a world removed from anything else.
Yeah.
And quite unbelievable that's where I started. But my mom and I moved up here when I was about 8 years old.
Okay.
And then I've been in Nashville almost ever since.
Okay.
Like I said, went to Glencliff High School. I dropped out.
Okay.
Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school.
Got my GED.
Good job.
And then thank you. And then just started working my butt off. Honestly, I started out in computers. That's what I did for the first 20 years of adulthood. Yeah.
Okay.
Just right time, right place. I knew computers really well. I played a lot of video games. My mom swore I'd never make a living doing it.
They always, I heard that too.
So many times.
These kids are making millions.
Dude, so much money. And I'm just now figuring out like AI coding. So anyways,
it's a wild world out there.
But I did photography the whole time.
Okay.
This has always been my hobby, a thing that's been in my back pocket.
Like high schoolish or?
Yeah, actually I did.
You were the kid with the camera?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Normally like a cheap disposable camera because that's what I could get away with.
Sure.
Or my buddy Derek. Hey Derek.
What up, Derek?
Had like an older VHS camcorder.
Yes.
And so we would weekends and stuff take that and go make movies, which was just us being cool and seeing stuff in like the Matrix and like, oh, we can go out to the woods and make our own Blair Witch. And it was never.
Hey, You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere though.
That's amazing.
Editing in camera because we didn't have like
literally cutting the tape,
cutting
Yep.
and then setting up for the next tape and doing it again.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So terrible tapes.
Man, I would love to see that.
I wish I could find them. I'm
Yeah.
sure, Derek, if you have them, please let me know.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so photos, I did yearbook
Okay.
a little bit. So that's again back when we had old film cameras. Started out in Canons, which is why I love them so much.
I do too, actually.
And then, like I said, I pursued technology as a career. I got into, actually, I kind of specialized into networking for a while.
Okay.
I did network operations.
Early network stuff.
Early networking stuff.
I thought that was wild.
Oh God. So I worked for Google Fiverr when it was still in the startup phase, when we were just rolling out Kansas City.
Wow.
The last project I worked on for Google Fiverr was rolling out Nashville.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I was very proud of that one.
Man, you should be. That's legendary.
It took us so much to get it like where it is, and we had so much legal upset happening. I won't go into the specifics of it, but it took a long time.
I have my feelings on that. Trust me, this building in particular.
Have my feelings on it after the recent ice storm and the delays and trying to get power lines back up because of One Touch McRitty got defeated. So that's some deep Nashville lore for those out there.
It's not hard to find.
No,
it was bad.
But that was what I did mostly. I know I'm kind of jumping around.
No, this is great. Sorry. I love this.
So I worked at Google for 10 years. And most of the time I was there, I jumped around to a few different product areas.
Okay.
I mostly worked on Fiverr. That was what I worked on the longest. So I joined them when they were, we called them a bet.
Really?
Because
that's wild.
They weren't a.
What year was that, give or take?
2012.
Okay.
So very early in.
Yeah, that is.
Kansas City was the first project I worked on. We rolled out Fiverr to them, learned a lot of lessons.
I bet.
And then we rolled it out to Oklahoma City, I think was next. And then Nashville was like third or fourth on the list. Like it was a little bit further down, but
it's really cool.
Still expanding.
Yeah.
I still talk to some of my buddies over at Google Fiber, and sometimes they're in town. We go grab a drink.
Nice, man.
But yeah, that was the big project I worked on before I left right after the pandemic in 2021 because my husband's grandmother passed away.
Okay.
She left us some property out in Brentwood.
Nice.
Free house in Brentwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign you up.
Sign us up.
Yeah.
So I at the time I was doing training. That's what I was telling
yeah.
Katie and Stephanie. I was like, I was a trainer for the last 3 years. I was
you got teacher vibes. I see what Steph's saying.
Yeah. I was like, I'm tired of running operations.
Sorry.
Time for me to start training. And so we ran a program. I was part of a program called IT residency program for Google, which we took like fresh college graduates or people who were starting like new career paths in IT, and they had basically a 2-year residency where they could work and do user support at Google, but then also get like a lot of hands-on training.
Sure.
Work with some of the other departments. It was fun. But yeah,
I got one question.
Yeah, please. Sorry.
No, you're great. How's Google as a whole, or like, and how did you get in? What was that process?
Oh like? Man, yeah. I guess I should explain how a high school dropout with no degree went to Google. I went through the front door, believe it or not. I'm one of those rare people. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have an inside scoop. I just had, several years of good work history and management experience, and I knew computers.
Yeah.
And so I applied 3 or 4 times before I actually got a call back. I applied for a couple of different ops positions, and then the one I actually got an interview for and hired for was in Boston, of all places.
Wow.
Because I was open to going anywhere. I was like, just get me out of Nashville. No,
right.
I don't love Nashville, but at that time I was like, I want to live somewhere else for a little bit. And I just kept applying until finally they hired me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Persistence.
Persistence pays off.
Yes.
And the first role I did there was for, have you ever used, I think it's a different name now, Google Flight Search?
I know what you're talking about.
I think it's like
Yeah.
rolled into
Mhm.
hotels now or
Mhm.
something. That was the first product I worked on
That's
is
so
Google
cool.
Flights.
Wow.
So I rolled in and moved to Boston. They moved me to Boston.
How was that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was 2012. So literally I married my husband in October. I
Congrats.
had applied and done the interviews in September.
Okay.
We got married October 5th. It was a weekend. We got back Monday, October 7th. I got a phone call that afternoon that I passed all my interviews and they extended an offer to me. So literally got married, changed my life all within a weekend. And then 2 months later, we were moving from Nashville
To
to Boston, Massachusetts.
Unbelievable. That's
On
amazing.
Google's dime. Thanks, Google.
Yeah, good looking out,
Um,
Google. They
so
got it. I think
they
they're
got-
good for it.
They're good for it. And, you know, we had a price in our head of like, it has to be this much for us to move. They came in well over that. Thank
Nice,
you.
man.
But yeah, it was a lot of coding interviews. I think I went through, again, this was early Google days. I think I went through 6 or 7 interviews.
Wow.
Google is notorious for trick interview questions.
Okay.
The one I got, and I'll never forget it, was we want you to colonize a planet. How would you do it?
What? That's amazing.
That was my trick question. And I was like, nerdy nerd brain goes, well, what kind of planet is it?
There you go.
M,
There you go. Hit him back.
Class E.
Yeah.
Like I just started firing
Okay.
off questions. And that's what they're looking for. They want to
That's
see
smart.
how you go about solving the problem, not necessarily that you know the answer.
That's fine.
So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Good times.
Absolutely. So, man, okay. So let's talk Boston.
Yeah, please.
So that's what, 2013?
Yeah, so we moved up there in 2012. I think we left Boston in 2015
Okay.
for California.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so I stayed in Boston for a couple of years. We were there during a few choice moments. Nemo, which was a big nor'easter, came through, dropped like 6 feet overnight. I lived like 3 blocks from the Google office, so I walked to work all the time. And I remember I was at work, snow dropped. I walked home, and we lived in an apartment building that was an old button factory.
Okay.
And so you had to go inside to get to your apartment. There were no like external entrances
Sure.
to it. And the snow literally had the door like covered up. I couldn't get it open. So I had to like spend 30 minutes digging by hand to get the door to the apartment unburied so I could just open it to get into my apartment.
That's wild.
So that was the craziest snow I ever experienced. And then
I'm
kind of
glad
sad.
I'm glad that's the craziest. That's
The
insane.
craziest
That's insane.
weather.
Sure. Okay. Here we go.
We were there during the Boston Marathon bombing.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the craziest experience I ever had because I was supposed to be there that day. I was actually leaving the house to go watch my friend Susan, who was running in the marathon. Thank God she's slow. Hi, Susan.
Oh man.
Because she was in one of the last groups to get started. So she was way far away from it all, thankfully. And I was literally walking out the door and my husband was like, whoa, something's happening. I went to work later that day because I was like, well, I'm obviously not going to go downtown. I'll go to the office, get some stuff done. Where the office is in Kendall Square, which is like Cambridge, just right over the river from Boston. And this whole thing, and my memory is fuzzy, it persisted like a day or so as they were chasing the brothers and trying to figure out where they were. They took someone they took their car. They held someone up and took their car at a 7-Eleven. That was my office.
What?
We went in lockdown because they held up and took someone's car to escape from the police, and they were like chucking like explosive devices, they thought, like out the window and stuff. So I ended up getting locked into my office because Google security takes things very seriously.
I'm sure they do.
I get a phone call from GSOC, which is their security center, and they're like, yeah, we're locking the office down. You guys are going to have to stay there until we give you the all clear. And we're up on like the 4th or 5th floor, so we weren't like scared.
Sure.
But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't get out of the office until 4 a.m. the next morning.
Oh my gosh.
And that's just because I was like, I want to go to work. I got nothing else to do. I should have stayed home.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. So that's the craziest experience in Boston that we had.
I'm glad. Yeah. What? Okay.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I still like remember seeing the cops go right by.
I'm sure.
We never saw like the brothers or anything explode or anything like that. We just saw the cops chasing them, and like we were glued to the news all night.
Obviously,
it's like
what
20 of us that had all just like popped in on a random day to just work because we all lived in the neighborhood. So we're like, yeah, we'll just go over there, eat some free food.
The food's crazy.
Get
right?
some. Oh my god,
the food's crazy. I've heard.
All right, so it's another side quest.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. That's why I do this.
Rambling, we call it side quest in my world, and I will
Okay.
go on so many side quests. My husband's a professionally trained chef.
Oh,
He went to Le Cordon Bleu in Boston while we were
Okay.
there. Got his second degree, which is an associate's in culinary art.
wow.
And then he worked at a few different restaurants in Boston. He staged with Christine Kish, who is like the winner of Top Chef season 4 or 5,
Sure.
I forget. But anyways,
That's awesome.
when
That's so cool.
we moved to California, he joined up with Google and worked as a chef in
Oh, snap.
the Google kitchens.
That's incredible.
Google California is insane.
Yeah.
Like Boston is one little campus. We had a cafeteria, which was nice, very nice. But working in Google California, you've got all of the Bay Area. And so there's 20 or 30 cafes and restaurants.
Wow.
things
On
to just-
campus.
on campus
Yeah.
that are included and all different. And you could have Latin food, Asian food,
Yeah.
Americana, healthy, vegan, like
All of it.
all of it, just
That's
wherever
so
you want to go
sick.
that day. So sick. But yeah, he did that while we were in California. So for a while, we were both working at Google, but on like different campuses. So we never saw each other, which was
Yeah.
the best way to work. Never saw him.
Catch up after the day.
Catch up after the day. And we worked in completely different areas. So like we
Yeah.
had a lot to talk about at the end of the day,
I'm sure.
which is nice. But-
So what were you doing there at that time?
So after Fiverr, I did the residency program. And that was the last thing I did when I was there. So I worked as basically a trainer
Okay.
for the last 2 or 3 years. I worked there.
Okay. How was that? Did you love it?
You know, I did love it. It burned me out very quickly though.
imagine.
And it's just because every 6 months you're getting a new class of recruits or a new class of residents, I should say. And so you're just repeating the same information every 6 months. And I loved the career development side of it. I really love working with people in their careers and interview prep and helping them find like the thing they want to specialize in. But yeah, just getting people on board every 6 months.
That's exhausting.
Is
That's got to be
exhausting.
really hard.
And then COVID hit and we went work from home. And so trying to coordinate all that while also being remote, even though like we could go into the campus, but you couldn't get work done. There was no one there. So many things were happening over Hangouts and virtual
Right.
meetings. And yeah, by the end of it, we were ready to come back to Tennessee.
I can imagine.
I was
Was
just-
it like? I mean, I've heard California was just insane. I mean,
It was so insane.
like
It was
paper.
so insane.
Yeah.
You would go places and you would have to like get your forehead check. You'd have to wear your mask. You'd have to show your card to show that you had a vax status. And so we ended up not going places just because
Man.
we were vaccinated, all that good stuff. But it was just like, okay, you have to add an extra like 15 minutes in to go get dinner,
Yeah.
or I could just order it
Right.
and have it delivered
But then
here.
you're at home all the time. I would lose my mind.
And we lived in a townhome.
Okay. Yep.
And so yeah, I mean we did our best to go outside and just to, like try to do other things when we could. A lot of trips to the beach.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, towards the end, thankfully, I will say this, like having the house here that we were working on remotely as a remodel, we had a contractor here. Hi, Broderick Builders. You're great. Sorry, I'm going to shout out so many
I
people.
love it. That's why we do this.
They worked on our house for us while we were remote, and they were fantastic. And we got everything picked out virtually,
That's insane.
and it turned out well.
That's so cool.
But that gave us something to kind of like
yeah.
work
A project.
on.
Yeah. At least you had something.
Something.
Yeah.
Because Joe was completely out of work.
Right.
He had nothing to do. So
God, I lose my mind.
he was going crazy by the end of it. I was going crazy because I was trying to work and not lose my mind.
Sure.
Plus I knew like coming here, I was going to have to figure out like what's my next move because there's no Google here. And at that point I was kind of done.
Sure.
Loved it, but loved the money.
Right.
But I was ready to do something creative. I'd always wanted to do something creative with my work. And it was just a good time to like, all right, fresh starts for everybody.
It really was. I think that's the best thing that came from COVID.
Yeah,
Like,
it really did.
This was a pandemic, baby.
Yeah, was it?
I mean, kind of. I was already doing some mobile recordings. Like I had a little mobile kit, just strictly audio, and was looking to switch up hosting because I was like paying for, like back then I did everything through SoundCloud to get to get an RSS feed back in the day, and then I was looking at all these new hosting options and came across one where you could have, multiple shows and pick all the destinations, all that. And that was like the light bulb moment. Like, this is like a network now. Like, this is like a baby iHeart or Cumulus or whatever.
It sneaks up on you overnight too.
It was just such a like, oh, it's go time. Like, this is what we've been missing. Because people had asked me to start a show, and I'm like, do you have a website? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have that? And yeah, nobody did. And then this just took all of that out of it, like overnight almost. I was just like,
you just start adding pieces, and then one day you wake up and you're like, oh, I built a production network.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a podcast network. Yeah. That literally happened.
That's kind of how the photography thing started. We got back here. It was about a year before I really was like, okay, I need to get off the couch and actually like do something. And Joe had found a training position with Sir Latab. And so he was doing fine. I was like, all right, the house is settled. My turn to figure it out. And I was photographing Star Wars toys.
Okay.
I'll have to show you some of these. I'm a big Star Wars fan. You can't see them today, but I'm covered.
Snap. Let's go.
Yeah. Both arms fully covered. And so I have a huge collection of Star Wars toys. I specifically collect a certain brand called Hot Toys.
Yeah.
They make really detailed, like 13-inch figures that are so freaking cool.
I know what you're talking about.
And so during the pandemic, my hobby was to take photos of these action figures in different poses and reawaken my passion for photography. So I bought like a cheap Nikon Z50 camera, like a kit camera with 2 lenses, 2020, and like spent my downtime photographing different Star Wars figures in front of my TV because I used it as like a backdrop. So I have a lot of photos of like Boba Fett and Stormtroopers and Anakin and like Darth Vader just posed in front of really cool backgrounds, but they're all my TV.
That's so funny.
But that taught me, like doing that taught me actually a lot, like especially with mirrorless cameras, which I had not used very much in that point. And so when we got back here to Nashville, Joe was like, well, you've got that camera you bought during the pandemic. Could you do something with that? He really did encourage this. And I was like,
That's awesome.
I guess I could do something with it.
Yeah.
So I actually started looking online. I found a couple of gig jobs on like Fiverr.
Yeah, sure.
And was like, oh, they're for real estate photography. I can do that. I've got a tripod. We can figure it out. And yeah, I started there. That led to like one real estate agent going, hey, do you also shoot commercial? I was like, sure, I can go shoot a restaurant. That led to shooting food. That led to
that's so cool.
Video. That led to TV. That led to, so just again, before you know it, 2 years had gone by and I'm like, oh, this is kind of like a little company. I should probably,
got a little agency here.
I should probably like make it official.
That's amazing.
And now we are going to be celebrating 4 years in September.
Congrats.
As an official LLC. Thank you. I have my partner in crime, Lisa, who is also a fantastic photographer. She actually does a lot of the food shoots with me these days. And then we also have a freelance photographer we work with named Kinsey Boyd, also a fantastic headshot photographer. So we've got our little conglomerate of freelancers that all work together. Little over 400 clients. I think we're coming up on 500 actually.
Wow, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is grinding.
that a lot of them repeat clients too,
Sure.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
We have a couple of big commercial clients that we work with. Our largest client is a company called Spot Hopper.
Okay.
Spot Hopper makes websites and some social media content for restaurants.
Okay.
So whenever they're building a new website, they reach out to us. We go shoot all the content for the website. And now they're starting to do social media too. So we're getting called out to do like vertical reels and stuff.
Okay.
Which is why I was at Colonel's
Right.
for popcorn.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that.
That popcorn looks it tastes so good. And if you like Runts candy,
oh yeah,
it tastes like Runts candy.
dude.
Like the strawberry tastes like strawberry, the banana tastes like banana. I brought some candied popcorn. That's sorry for those that are
shout them out. Who is it again?
Colonel's Popcorn
in East Nashville.
East Nashville on Gallatin Pike. They have been around for 13 years.
Wow.
They're very popular in a lot of hotels.
Okay.
Because they make great gifts.
Yeah.
So
that's beautiful packaging.
Right?
Yeah.
I brought these guys some special popcorn that I don't think is released yet, but they've got my favorite, and I bought 2 big large bags of this, is the caramel corn mixed with cheddar corn.
Oh.
And then they got this Nashville hot that tastes like chili cheese Fritos. Mix that with white cheddar.
Game over.
Game over.
Man.
But yeah, super, super fun place. One of our clients, we've shot them 2 or 3 years now.
Nice.
We were literally just there this weekend. So
nice.
I was like, I'm walking out with popcorn, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get a lot of repeat clients, which is great.
Means you're doing something right.
Yeah, we just Marrow Bulls out in Brentwood.
Yeah.
We've shot them the last 3 years.
Nice.
I was just there Saturday to shoot. Hall's Catch, Hall's Chop downtown. We shoot them every year. So many clients that we love to work with. We love getting repeat clients. A lot of word of mouth, which is fantastic. We've tried marketing a few different ways. We never get the ROI on marketing, whether it's Facebook ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads. We've tried them all.
Sure.
Even worked directly with them, like to build out an ad campaign. But most of ours is word of mouth and email campaigns.
Email's still hot.
We get like an 80% open rate and a 40% click rate.
That's unheard of.
Yeah. And like a 10% book rate off of just email. It's crazy.
That's insane.
And nothing on paid ads.
Right.
So we just kind of gave up on them.
It sounds like the right thing to do.
Yeah. And then we've got a few clients that aren't in the restaurant space.
Right.
We've got some hospitality clients that we work with. Sheridan, Hyatt. We've got some commercial clients that we work with. Siskin Steel is one of our big clients. I've been doing a lot of drone work for them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because they do a lot of construction. They're doing a big construction project out in near Ashland City right now for their big steel warehouse out there. It's really cool to go watch like lasers and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I like getting the video camera out there and seeing them
cut.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, please.
What was the transition from photography to video? Because that's kind of your main focus these days.
Yeah, these days it's mainly video for me. I do photography primarily for direct clients now. But video tends to be the thing I do the most of. So again, one of those things, a gig landed in my lap and I was like, oh crap, I got to learn video in a week.
Right.
Like that's really kind of how it happens.
Really.
But I got contracted to do some talking headshots for a documentary that was supposed to be on Netflix, and I don't think it ended up on Netflix. But the person who contracted me was like, we have a very specific requirement that it is a Canon R5C, which just so happened to be the camera I have because I love a cinema camera. And so that's how I got that gig.
That's so
and I was
cool.
like, well, I got to learn how to use this thing now.
Flip that switch to the video.
I got to flip that switch to the video. Well, and the cinema line of cameras have a completely different menu system because
It's so complicated.
they're set up for color grading and being able to shoot up to 8K RAW and so many different codexes that you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted Canon Log 3, they wanted it in 4K, and they wanted it RAW. And I was like, okay, I can make all that work. I have this camera. I need to know how to make those settings
A lot
happen.
of YouTube.
A lot of YouTube,
Yep.
a lot of self-taught to
Yep.
get to the video side. But, you know, like the principles aren't too different. And for talking head stuff, those early days, it was all locked on tripods. So
Right.
like getting it set up, getting the settings dialed in and hitting record and making sure I had a backup was
Yep.
the most important thing.
Nice.
But after that, like I got my confidence, you know, once you get those sea legs
Yep.
out from under you, the footage looked great. I was very happy with how it turned out. And then I just ended up filming more and more on my own. So, you know, whether it was just going downtown and filming some B-roll that I would use for stock footage, or and one of our clients, like if we're on a photo shoot, I would just be like, hey, can I get some video as well? I'll send you guys free copies of it. Free, guys. I know it.
Bring the value.
Bring the value. You don't have to give everything away for free, but like if you're starting out and you just need to get that portfolio going, sometimes you got to do it for free.
Absolutely.
Because I can see the value in the portfolio over trying to get $200 for
Exactly
some video, right? So yeah, doing stuff for free, building up that portfolio, and then using my portfolio to get more jobs. That's how we got involved. There's another big client we work with on the video side called American Dream TV.
Okay.
They do segmented episodes for like a bunch of different platforms, but I think they're on like HGTV, they're on Tubi, Roku.
Okay.
Anywhere you can stream, really, you can probably find an episode
Okay.
of American Dream. But yeah, I think HGTV, like House Hunters, it's
Sure.
real estate agents and I going around and filming neighborhoods, very expensive houses.
Yep.
And then typically interviewing someone related to that neighborhood or
Gotcha.
related to Nashville. So I'll give you an example. We did a 2-part episode recently with Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC.
Big NSYNC fan.
Big NSYNC fan. He
Guilty.
he was so nice and so funny.
Yeah.
He was one of those people.
I've heard he's awesome.
He was very
Yeah.
chilled. I didn't even realize it was him.
Really?
Like I'm just the camera guy.
Sure.
I pull up. We have a wonderful host that we worked with on this episode, John Sexton, who is a big real estate agent here in Nashville. He has like 1 million followers on Instagram.
Crazy.
It's crazy. But yeah, he did an interview with Maddie Pruitt over at the Grindstone Cowboy down in Eagleville.
Yep.
And the owner as well popped up on
Craig Campbell.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. We talked to him a little bit on camera too. So
How is he? I've heard he's really cool.
he was really nice. Very,
Yeah.
very nice. He was super inviting.
Yeah.
Gave us great coffee.
I bet. Yeah.
Actually, the funnest part of filming that is Naomi and Cliff, part of their studio that they own. It's like a house and a horse ranch.
Oh, wow.
And so they actually rode their horses through downtown, through the drive-through of Grindstone Cowboy. But the shot wasn't looking right. And I was like, guys, I think we have to go backwards. I think we have to. So I had them ride the horses reverse. Not like the horses were backwards.
That
Like
would be
they went
super
backwards
impressive.
in the drive-through.
That would be super impressive.
So that we could get the whole grindstone in there and
Right,
it look right. Because otherwise it was just the
That's
alley.
genius. That's
Yeah.
genius to switch it up.
It was a fun shoot.
Yeah.
Working with live animals and
Yeah, nothing to it.
nothing to it. They plopped a few times. We shot around it. We've done a few live animal shoots. They're becoming more common. But honestly, wrangling musicians is a lot harder than
I can imagine.
animals.
That's so funny. That's great. Man, you've done a lot
Yeah,
in 4 years. You've done a lot.
I've been all over.
And that's how you have 400, 500 clients
Yeah.
in 4 years.
Yeah. Well, I have the luxury of being able to choose the shoots that I want to do.
That is very much a luxury.
If there's something I don't want to do, I don't have to do it. And we like to say booked and blessed.
Yep.
We get great clients. We've had a few that we've had to
Part
ways with.
Sure.
It happens.
Sure does.
Whether it's creative differences or a lot of times it's work ethic differences.
Yep.
I'm very much want to like go in with a plan. I don't do well with like, we'll just figure it out. I can do that. We do that a lot. That is a lot of production is like, it doesn't go according to plan.
Right.
You have to figure it out.
But having a plan is very important.
oh man,
It's everything.
Can I talk a little
Get candid,
candid.
bro.
We've had some hosts, especially in the age of AI, who aren't very good at coming up with their own scripts.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of chat GPT scripts have come across my desk lately. We're adding script writing services because we're having to take these scripts and rewrite them and make them look better.
Yeah.
So I'm like, might as well charge for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Revenue
a lot of scripts coming across our desk that are like, and Cheryl walks into the room and the music swells and it's like dash the camera pans to left. And I'm like, okay, I got it. You asked our friend Chat GPT.
We love you and we hate you.
We love you and we hate you. A lot of what we do, so for shoots like American Dream, for something that is a production, there is typically a script involved. We normally have some type of shot list that we're working off of. We do a lot with teleprompters for these as well, because a lot of our hosts don't memorize their scripts, even if they write them themselves, which is fine. We're one of the few production companies that offer teleprompter service, so that gets a lot of bookings as well. So yeah, we'll take the scripts, we'll get them ready for teleprompter, get them on camera, and get them reading and going. It saves so much time.
Yeah,
so much time.
Absolutely.
But we've had some hosts that are good at winging it, and those are my heroes.
Right.
Anyone who are just like, nah, I got it, let's go. One Take Larry was my favorite host to work with.
One Take Larry. What a legend.
Dude, legend. He never had a script. He was like, no, I got it. And just get on camera and be like, hey, this is Larry, and we're out today at blah, 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 blah. And just, it would be like one take, and he'd be like, perfect. And I'd be like, Larry, I know you hate to do this, but let's get one more just for posterity.
Right.
Just so we have some
clip,
some variety to it. But we love one takes. We love those guys who
absolutely
just like get
that
it.
Is such a gift.
Yeah, because a lot of times we're on, like, I'm sure you guys probably operate something similar. We're on deadlines. We got like 4 hours if it's a half day, 8 hours if it's a full day. And a lot of times this footage is going to be uploaded within 48 hours, tagged, bagged, and ready for upload into Google Drive, which I loathe.
Is there a better option?
I mean, we use our own system.
Okay.
For anything that goes directly to clients. It's a little French company called Smash.
Nice.
But they do great for transfers, like super fast.
Okay.
Google Drive is okay. It's not okay if the company you're working with doesn't pay for the proper Google Drive
storage. Yep.
Because then you get limited on file upload sizes. So sometimes we'll sit there on a 30 gig upload and just like babysit it because Google Drive fails sometimes. Exactly. But sometimes Dropbox. But for us personally, we use a service called From Smash, and just it's super great. I love using it. It's fast, and because it's not super popular, I don't ever really hit like throttling.
Yeah, I feel that. Man, that's amazing. Yeah, you've done a lot.
We've done a lot. One last thing I'd love to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
A recent event we just did called Centric.
Okay.
So a big food supplying company and nationally, actually, Performance Food Groups.
Yeah. Massive. We were invited to their Centric event downtown April 1st, actually. We were supposed to do the podcast the next week, so some of this was supposed to be mentioned, and I'm just like, make sure to talk about it now. Nice, good work.
But something like 2,000 attendees.
Wow.
I think they had over 200 vendors. We were the only photographer that got invited.
Wow.
So we're sitting there surrounded by delicious food. Oh my God, I ate so much free food that day. But yeah, we had a great time. It was a 4-hour just get together for all the performances, like direct clients within like Tennessee, Knoxville, Mississippi, Georgia, like this little Southeast region.
Yep.
Got over 100 leads, which is awesome. We gave away free headshots, which were super popular because we're like, we don't have food to give away, but we wanted like have something that you can take away, and it's a great opportunity for a second touch point afterwards.
Genius.
Like, here's an email, here's your headshot, and if you're ready for like the full package, here's our prices.
Nice.
But we had a great time. We gave away a free retainer package.
Okay.
We have a new client, Sugar Mama Sugar Scrubs. Hello.
Nice.
Shout out. you got your free retainer package for the next 3 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and she was so happy when she got it. She
That's a
jumped up and
huge
down and
value.
screamed.
That's a huge value.
Our performance food group rep Daniel came over and he was like, "What happened? We heard someone scream back here, like all the way from front." And we're like, "Oh, we gave away a package." And he was like, "Ah, that makes sense."
That's amazing.
But yeah, great time that we had there. A lot of just interesting stuff, like
Yeah.
a lot of food, but not just food. They also had food related products. So
Right.
like, different machines that did stuff like juicing, and they had like pizza, like box design companies and like stuff you don't think of,
Right,
utensils, like
Yeah.
like to go containers. They had
Mhm.
people there that were showcasing that kind of stuff, and like it was a really, really cool event.
That's
It's the first time we've gone. We're planning to go again next year, but
I bet.
yeah, we were honored to be invited. We've done a few things with performance for like some of the restaurants and products they've rolled out. But yeah, it's the first time we've done a big event for them like that.
That's
and
really cool.
It was pretty dope.
That's a few weeks ago.
Yeah, like coming up on 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah.
And we were stoked to, like, we're like, "Oh, you're gonna surround us by restaurants?"
Yeah.
Sure.
You know
That's our bread and butter.
Shucks.
Darn.
Yeah.
Yeah, great time had by all. So like I said, it created a lot of leads for us, which was really, really a big thing. So we got exposed to a lot of new people that way. Hopefully we get a lot of new clients that way.
Hopefully, yeah. Sounds like you're on the right track for sure. Do have a couple signature questions.
Yes,
man.
please.
The tagline here is bringing light to what's going right
Mhm.
in this crazy world where a lot of things aren't going right. We acknowledge that. But in the world of Chase, what would you consider going right?
Oh man, so many things. I almost feel like I'm braggadocious
No,
about
man.
it. I will actually just shout out something we did recently. We just did a volunteer, not a shoot, but we volunteer with March of Dimes every year.
Let's go.
So they just had the March of Dimes, March of Babies downtown this past weekend. Yeah. And so we always go out there and shoot that every
That's
year
so
as
cool.
part of our volunteer service. And if you guys are looking for a charity to work with, this is one of those that's near and dear to the heart. So check out March of Dimes. Another one we work with that I just want to spotlight is the Alzheimer's Association, ALZ. Another one we work with every single year for the last 3 or 4 years now. My mom passed of Alzheimer's in
So
2025. Thank you.
It's the hardest one. It's got to be the hardest one.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It
Yeah.
still is. But it's one of those I love contributing to. I love
Absolutely.
giving to. And so if I'm going to highlight anything that's been very beneficial in my life, it's being able to use my art to give back and to highlight things that are affecting other people. And those are two that are very important to me.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Another thing we kind of like to wrap up with, and we'll obviously have the plug-in session
Yeah.
at the very end, but I call it the grateful four. 4 things you're most grateful for right now.
Oh man, 4 things I'm grateful for right now. So I'm gonna say a few people and then a few things, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for Lisa King. Lisa King is my sister, basically. We've known each other for 20 plus years.
That's amazing.
She is a angry little Italian from New Jersey, but I love her like she was my blood, and she keeps me going, keeps me positive. And the quiet months, December, January, when business is slow, she's my champion and keeps me rocking. So I want to shout out Lisa. Everyone needs a Lisa.
Yep.
You need someone who will tell you the truth, and especially in business.
Amen.
I want to shout out my husband. He deserves a shout out for just putting up with the chaos that I bring and the hecticness that I bring to our lives. Because again, shoots aren't 9 to 5. They are typically weekends, typically late nights. We've done some crazy stuff. I opened John Daly's bar downtown. And filmed all that. Oh, that was a crazy night. I could spend hours telling you just about things we filmed.
That's a podcast.
Quick side quest. Lisa, my partner in crime, short lady, easy to miss her. When you're a photographer, you really don't pay attention to like where lines are or like VIP sections. She ends up going and standing by John Daly, has no idea who he is, and it's just like, can you believe this effing place? It's so crazy. And like she's poo-pooing on the bar to John Daly, and the whole time he's laughing and having a great. He was such a nice guy, good sport.
That's so funny.
But so Lisa, my husband, for putting up with my craziness and for supporting me and letting me build a studio on the property. I'm gonna also highlight our studio. I know we're gonna shout out later, but it's been our big new treasure this past year. We just opened it in October, and it has been just nice to have a creative space. I'm sure you know
Absolutely.
that you can go and
A
like,
sanctuary. Yep.
this is my creative space,
Yep.
and then outside of this, not my
Life.
creative space. Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
And then lastly, because I've been surrounded by dogs today, I wanna shout out another bright spot in my life, which is my dog Walter.
Let's go, Walter.
He is 7. He was adopted. He was the only survivor of parvo and
Oh.
bottle fed the whole time.
Jeez.
And so he is bonded.
Yeah.
And so he misses me terribly when I'm not home, but he's such a good boy.
What kind of
mixed? He is truly a Heinz 57.
Okay.
We got
they're the best.
we got his DNA tested. I'll show you a photo.
Okay.
You'll see him. You'll be like, yeah, I see why you got his DNA tested.
We'll pop him up. Send me a picture. We'll pop him up.
But he's like part terrier, part bulldog,
Okay.
part setter, part like shepherd, and then like 24% other.
24%.
Like they just couldn't figure it out.
That's amazing.
But we call him another Star Wars reference. We call him Scruffy Nerf Herder
Let's go.
because he's scruffy. He's got a little beard and he's so cute. So
That's the best.
yeah,
Shout
those
out
are
Walter, man.
the big positives in my life right now. My partner Lisa, my actual husband Joe, having the studio to focus and put my creativity into, and having a dog.
Yeah.
Someone to wait for you when you come home.
If there's a grateful for I can relate to, it's this one. Yep.
Simple life, man.
Yeah.
It took, honestly, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. We didn't get too far into it. I've been dumpster diving as a kid with my mom, and I have eaten $6,000 meals in Las Vegas. I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and somewhere in the middle is where I've decided to land, and that's where I'm happiest.
Man, that's beautiful. It's a great way to wrap up an episode, man. Chase, plug away. Where can people find you?
Yeah,
all the things.
Come find us. Our website is www.chp.media. So Chase Hartwell Productions. You can find us on all the social media channels under Chase Hartwell Productions or Chase Hartwell Photography.
Gotcha. Be sure to have all of that in the show notes as always. But man, great to meet you. Thank you for all you do. Definitely a great example of all things spread the positive, man.
And I'm glad we got it.
I know, man. Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
It really is. There's some truth to that. But excited for future collabs. I always want to at least throw that out there on the air.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Think there's some overlap for sure with how we could potentially do some cool stuff together.
Yeah, we'll have to get you to our studio.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. I'd love to see that. Yeah.
Brent, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
This is cool.
And thank you all out there listening.
Yeah, man. Y'all know what to do. If you want to get involved with Spread the Positive, be sure to check out spreadthepositive.net. Reach out to me directly at Trent Denson on all socials, and just looking to connect, looking to grow, looking to be a resource, and bring light to what's going right, man. But Chase, thanks again. We'll wrap this one up.
Thank you, Trent.
Yeah, man.